Welcome everybody to today's PUBG Scrims from the PUBG EU Pro Scrims Discord. Jesus Christ, I'm already confused. Might have been that I only slept 3 hours this night, so who cares? But I still want to show you the scrims, and hopefully I can show you as much as possible. We already have the reconnect bug, but I'll still be in the lobby, so no biggie. Nonetheless, we do have an awesome lobby for today. And I think I don't want to, let you wait any longer. Let's hop over to the leaderboard and show you which teams will be joining us today. So as you can see, we have 180R, Akatsuki, the Balkan Eagles, Bad Boom Team, Bushido, Entropic, Eternal Fire, E-Wave GG, Fairy Tail, Falcons, which is the NA team Falcons with Tiggleton, Frimsy, H1, and of course Kickstart. So very good. They almost ran over last time's lobby I casted. Then we have the Gaming Gladiators, Foot Esports, of course, Grove Street, Savage, Twisted Minds, Virtus Pro, and this. Oh, that's interesting. Let me check that. Yeah, I can tell you why. That's because for now there are no results, so Twire does not know yet which players are in those lobbies or in those teams, better said. That should change after the results for match number 1 have been updated. So I can see 73 players and coaches have been seated. We're at 19 teams, should be good. So we should start with the first match in a bit. Yeah, and Ocean, you know my pain. You really know it. We have for the lineup for Foot Esports, we have Pixel, which is correct. We have AC, which is correct. And then we have Skr21 and 280991. So I'm not quite sure who that's supposed to be, but we'll check it. I should be able to figure that out depending on the birthday. I guess that should be the 28th of September 91 should be Vard, if I'm not mistaken. No, he's born on June 3rd, 1995. So well, I'm out of ideas, but nonetheless, we still have like 4 players for Foot Esports, so I'm gonna call them by their name, hopefully. As well, same goes obviously for Virtus Pro, where we only have Lucarux with his name, and then we have Arthur Shelby, Bolt, and Sovereign now. They were correct last time. Of course, we have also a few other names like Conf here for the team with Bombelovo and Brightside. And a lot of other names, which I'm not quite sure how to pronounce, but we'll see. Nonetheless, we should start in a bit, I guess. We're still waiting for Slaven to start the lobby. But yeah, we have everybody seated so far. Lobby starting now. And as you can see, we do have some very good teams in the lobby. Please write it here. There are things happening in the Scrims Discord I'm not quite sure about. So yeah, but it looks promising. And we are starting with match number 1. I had to answer a question now. Slave was worrying that there's only me in the lobby and nobody else. And we are now live with match number 1. Let's hop over to it. There we go. As you can see, our plane starts quite close to Novo. So we do have the possibility of it becoming... Oh, there we go. I disabled the alerts. There we go. Becoming a military circle. So, like I can show you here on the map, Novo is reachable, and of course can roughly mark. This should be roughly where the teams might be able to jump from the plane. It might be a bit more, I guess. This should be possible as well. So I'm not quite sure, but Primorsk could not be reachable. Same goes for Quarry. Kameshki shouldn't be reachable as well. Starbar might barely be reachable. But, well, we'll see where the teams are dropping. And hopefully we don't have... I really hope, though, we don't have a hot drop there. Nonetheless, it can always happen. Hopefully we also have the correct observer files here. But it's looking good so far. And obviously we're starting in 7 seconds. And that means the plane and match number 1 will start now. A bit too high. There we go. Plane number 1 on match number 1. This time we'll start with Erangel. As some of you who watch scrims more often or even played in the scrim should know, we are sometimes switching up the map rotation and start with Erangel on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, if I'm mistaken. And for the rest of the days, it's the other way around, and we start with Miramar. First teams to jump out are Vis, the Balkan Eagles, Baboom Team, E-Wave, Eternal Fire, the Falcons, Entropic. That should be Grove Street there to the right. This dark green here. 180R in the blue. And we have Fairy Tale going for Yasnaya. Rafa, well, he jumped a bit too late, as you can see. He's far split from his teammates who are currently looting Novorupnoi. So it might be that he's currently the spoiler for his team. Then we have Savage in the Boatyard split. Gaming Gladiators with the, well, Mount Everest close to Pochinki split, I guess. Not quite sure what that's supposed to be here. Pochinki's, we have Akatsuki, and best team when it comes to the circle so far is Virtus.pro with roughly, I would say, 50-ish% of the circle they can play. Well, we could say 25, still more than what we can see from Fairy Tale, especially since, as you can see here, Call Me Bombilovo is quite close to Vabuki, 180R, and Akim So 100 ADR. Splitting up. They will loot right here, close to the mansion, obviously, where two of the players are. And we have Vox's Vizu, Project Axlift, and Safe Fuxiong in prison. And the surrounding compounds also in the Povka. So, big split. So what we also can see is that we don't have a military circle. So those teams right here, which are Viz and the Balkan Eagles, need to move. And most likely the Falcons might try to bridge camp here. So Viz needs to try to get over, and they most likely will try to use this bridge. And the Balkan Eagles will try to use this bridge. That would be the most easiest option for them. It could also be that the Balkan Eagles will use the ferry rotation right here, because they most likely could guess that E-Waves is trying to camp the bridge. And we already got the first kill, which I didn't see. I'm quite sure. It was Doffy who was killed, but it was by Celtic. So right here, as you can see, Doffy. That's close to the new compound here, where we still have Dedrix. Matt Bay with nice hits, and Dedrix get knocked. Did he see him? So that's not looking too good for Entropic. Already losing 2 players against Bushido. Dedrix still sitting here. He dropped all his ammo and stuff. Now Celtic takes home the kill. So Bushido with the first 2 kills in the lobby. And Tropic with the first 2 dead in the lobby. Fairy Tail with the first rotation and reposition, because they are already final in their spot here with the central position. It's not looking too shabby. Twisted Minds will also rotate. Same goes for Growth Speed. And Tropic might be in more trouble. We can see 100 ADR rotating quite close to them. Takes Fubuki and Luik. It's quite too close for Entropic's taste, I guess. Hockey and Faye trying to get away. I'm not quite sure what example shot at. It looked like he was shooting in the direction of the apartments in school. You can see Quetba, Crossberg, the Matt, and Marco with shots in the rough direction. Oh, the Matt already pushing here. The rough direction of Grove Street. Boxes. Oh, nice hits. Boxes with the Panzer in hand. That should be it. Levante, and there we see the next knock. Slucky gets knocked by Citrikin. Gets a knock on Citrikin. But Bushido again goes for the kills. They still want more. Question is, what can Ozu do? Celtic going for the rest. He has no nades, so he has to fall back again. 60 bullets in his ore. Karks with the knock against Matt Bay. Also pushing again. Celtic retreating. Karks gets the knock on Iroh. More shots coming out. Nice. Ray, the transition wasn't that great. And again it's Karks. Annihilating. Really, really annihilating Bushido here. Citrikin almost dead as well. Nate might be... No, Citricken's right running into it, and that's it. Bushido out on rank number 17. Kudos to E-Wave GG. Oh man, that was faster than I did expect, though. Nonetheless, we can see that the Balkan Eagles are taking care of the drops. The airdrops here. One for Bombelovo, one for Rafa. You can see AWM being played by Rafa. And he already had... I'm not quite sure what the second drop weapon was. Yeah, he already had the AWM, so he took care of the bullets. So double airdrop, close to each other, with double AWM. Alright, let's see what else is happening. Eternal Fire still with shots against Grove Street. I'm still not sure if Grove is, or DRV is the correct clan tag. They didn't tell me. Bleep Flick is still standing here. He might be AFK. Because he's still, well, he has a level 2 vest and a level 2 helmet, but no backpack. So I guess Pachinki, well, he's still quite close to the circle. So that shouldn't be a problem. As we can see, Team Falcons will face off against the Gaming Gladiators here. Lajos was an awfully good off angle. Or at least this was an awfully good off angle before he was spotted by Hwin. Nope, I didn't want to go to Mikey. Levante against Shrimsy. The Gaming Gladiators are retreating. So that was a quick fight. And I guess we'll follow the Gaming Gladiators to wherever they want to go. Because currently they're driving between Footballist. And it might be Pixel here. Who is, interestingly enough, not playing M249. Normally that would be his weapon of choice. And there's the Blue Zone nade. And the Molotov. And again the Blue Zone nade finally popping. So Pixel in trouble. As we can see, the rest of Footballist is coming close as well. Until with another Molotov. Pixel with Blue Zone nade. 80 gets knocked. You can see Ward above here. At least I guess that's Ward. Like I said, I'm quite unsure. Pixel again with a Blue Zone nade hit. Oh man. How many Blue Zone nades do they have? And was it his own? Lars with the kill against AHC, and now that's not looking too good for Pixel. He gets killed as well by Dante. And we can see Savage coming in from the side. That's Xen here. Already peeking over. Sure, I guess that's T-Bone retreating. Falling back together with Ward. The Ozzy Storm gets killed. Kudos to Archer. So Karks is the last remaining member. He's still sitting in his car. Wasn't quite sure where to go, I guess. Considering he has 4 kills. He got all 4 kills against Bushido, which is quite a feat. And still considering he's the only one left in phase 2. That hurts. So he still can play a bit laid back now. Circle shifted to the south. Sleep Flick finally got knocked, so very unfortunate for Akatsuki. So there are only 2 men left for Akatsuki. That Boom team fighting against Twisted Minds. They still need a better logo for them. Because the logo and the team color are quite similar. We can see more shots coming in from Fairy Tail against 100 ADR, even though for me that door is closed, it's open. Otherwise Bombelover couldn't shoot through. Conf quite close to VP. What's coming in? Oh, there we go. Now the door is open. 100 ADR up on the ridge, close to Yasnaya. Sleep Flick finally dies to the circle. Or dies to the blue. 100 ADR has to move. And the blue. At least 2 of them with Higgs and Akim. So they still need to find a position to play. Seifu right here with the gas station has to move as well. Next circle shift in quite central-ish. With a touch to the west. And right here we have Savage facing off against Virtus Pro. Luke Rickson back to Bolt. The most likely is Beamy. If I'm not mistaken. And Arthur should be EB if I'm correct. Eternal Fire now in Rozhok. And this might be a Rozhok ending. And that's quite unfortunate. There we go. Shots come out. Got Marco with the knock against Rafa. This is not looking too good. Spooks. One of the last 2 remaining players together with Macintosh. Because on one side we had Eternal Fire. On the other side we have the Bad Boom team and Phil First. Right here in that little tower. Well, on top we have Akatsuki. I would have guessed they would be playing these 2 buildings, but they retreated and fell back a bit more. Position not too bad, but it's hard to protect. Especially if you're only playing with 2 players. Nonetheless. It's also interesting to see what Fairy Tail is doing. They're playing below the bridge. 2 on each side. So they're trying to go for the stealth rotation or stealth kills. Next team coming up. Sovereign in trouble now. But it's 2 against 4. Or 2 against 3. Project X-Loft here. With the angle. Sovereign with the knock against Vazoo. What can Voxers do? Amy with the off angle. Nate coming out. Seifu gets knocked. That nade should hurt him. Yes, it does. Coming around the corner, and that's it for Grove Street. Last kill goes on the count for Sovereign again. Lukarok's the only one aside from them, from the other teammates who get a kill in. Even though EB had a kill, but not against Grove Street. We have Hawkins with the kill against Faye. Phil First with the knock against Macintosh. With a nade. That should be around here. Yeah, there we go. Macintosh getting pushed. Kark's still alive somehow. Floris driving over G-Speak. I'm not quite sure if that was prompted. But they do have a good position here. In this compound. And they obviously getting an airdrop. With the kill against Macintosh. And that's one thing I dislike. I would like to show you more kills. Unfortunately, players don't always almost show me kills. Is now facing off against Footballist. We only have one man left. Hockey gets killed by Brightside. And Eternal Fire now playing against Fairy Tail. Stratos getting knocked. And I thought there might be more happening here. But for now, it's not looking like it. Oh, now this should be interesting. Nade, bit too far left. And we have a bit lag there. Mikey now knows that there's still one left from Footballist. Not quite sure where, though. Getting the rest on 2-0. Okay, I'm falling back. Bartoline's now with your knock against Basto. Quite sure where that is happening. Should be around here-ish. Example with the nade. Molotov dodges. But the car still blows to smithereens. Example getting knocked by Lucarux. That's not looking too good. The first trying to go for the race. That nade from Lou lands on his head, though. Hey, I didn't want to go there. I'm still unsure how Fairy Tail gets knocked now. Oops. Go there either. As we can see, Falcon's taken over this building here from the Gaming Gladiators. Bartolin's dead. Uska gets the kill against Conf. This was what I wanted to see. The fight between Twisted Minds and the Bad Boom team. And it's Lou who gets the end of the stick, as well as Molodok, who dies to the circle. And I'm unfortunately not able to skip out there. Yeah, I guess. Alright, there we go. Mikey now, the last remaining member of Wiz, facing off against 180R. 11 teams left with 29 players. And hello to everyone. Thank you for the follows. Redbear with the knock against Brightside. Dante gets knocked as well by the circle. Mikey's still in trouble. It should be over soon-ish. Akim finally saw him. Karks gets killed by Vabuki. 180R with another kill. Akim, nice spray, and that's it for Mikey. Viz disabled and eliminated on rank 10. Lucarux getting knocked there. Position not too good for him. Well, he's behind the Potter Tower, so shouldn't be that bad. April, the last remaining member of Team Fairy Tail, waiting for Eternal Fire to cross below the bridge. Spooks still has to get into... well, he is in the circle. Lucarux gets a kill on Crossberg. Trino Tropica. Will he see Spooks? Spooks gets out, and that's a nice knock against one of the second to last members of Akatsuki. Sometimes waiting is just the game for you. Uska now knows where he's at, though. That's very unfortunate for Spooks, but nonetheless, he still has some time. As you can see, Virtus Pro taking care. Beamy in trouble. Gets knocked by Luik. Still has some help from Toverin. Oh no! Oh, what? Oh, that nade almost... Oh, gosh. I almost thought that nade would kill him. EB. Let's rotate now. Nice nade by Hicks. Come around the corner, and that's it. EB gets knocked as well. Very unfortunate. Lucarux now with the nade in the direction of Ubuki. Can you see him? Yes, he can. Spray comes out, gets a second knock, gets 2 kills. Or at least 1 kill. He's still alive. X moving forwards. Akim also on the hill already. It's not looking too good for the Kurks. From behind. Akim in trouble. The Kurks dies to the circle. VP out though. Which leaves us with 8 teams. 16 players. So roughly 2 players per team. And we do have 2 teams with all players, so that's not a lot of players for some of those teams. Oh, Akim in trouble. Car blowing. And Savage should have that. Yeah, from above, Flores gets a kill against Akim, which leaves us with 7 teams, or 6 teams, obviously. We lost another team as well. Team Falcons still left with 4 players. 2 players left for the Gaming Gladiators. 4 players left for Team Savage. Then we have 2 players left for Eternal Fire. And 1 player each for Akatsuki and Spooks. And Gladiators and Savage are a bit in trouble. Considering that Team Falcons can play very freely and they have the edges. Question is what will happen behind them. Because Eternal Fire could move. And is trying to move. Like we can see here from Code Marco. Trying to get on the rocks. Oh, Tick almost knocked there. 5 HP remain. Those are the last 2 remaining full teams. H1 with a knock against Lajos. Grimsy playing spoiler. And now the Gaming Gladiators fighting on 2 fronts. Levante not sure if he should face off against Team Falcons or if he should go against Team Savage. Warriors. Peak. Go. Nice knock by Shrimsy. LP almost knocked. Luther, no, Flash. Warriors not seeing anything, and that's it for Savage. Only 1 player remained. And that was Xen, who was found right here. Uska gets killed by Spooks. Moved later. And most likely will die to Blue Zone. But hey, maybe he can get another knock. Quetper gets knocked and flushed by Shrimsy. And this leaves us with 2 solos. And most likely a chicken dinner for Team Falcons. Who are the only team in the circle. But Marco was spotted. Going to change position here. Spooks, well, not quite sure what to do. Has to heal. H1 already changed his position as well. So he maybe can get an angle on Code Marco. And most likely will get an angle on Code Marco. Because he's swimming down there. He's using the rock to his advantage. Spooks first aiding. He has to, well, he has to move, theoretically. Most likely he'll die to the blue. There we go. That's it for Spooks. And this leaves us with Code Marco and Team Falcons. Nice shot against H1. Kickstart already moving. We take from above, and that's it. GG, well played. Code Marco still gets a knock against Kickstart, but that's a 10-kill chicken dinner for the Falcons with 1,993 damage and 8 assists. I'm going to hop over for a quick break, and we'll be back for you with match number 2 in a while. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back after match number 1. As you can see, there's an issue. Desmond didn't change his position, so we most likely will have a remake. Team Falcons with 20 points, the only team in the double digits. We have 9 points each for 3 teams, with Eternal Fire having 9 points with 3 kills, 180R with 9 points and 8 kills, and well, we have 9 points as well with 9 kills again for Virtus Pro. So again, they're going for the kills, which was the same last time they played Scrims. So something to watch out for, I guess. Then we have 8 points for the Balkan Eagles, 6 points each for Savage and the Bad Boom team, 5 points each, twice as well for Akatsuki and the Gaming Gladiators, 2 times 4 points for E-Wave and Bushido, 3 points for Fairy Tail, 2 points for Twisted Minds, and Wiz and Foot each with 1 point. And we have 2 teams without points so far, which are Entropic and Grove Street. And like I said, we might have a problem. I might have a restart on our hands. I'm not quite sure about that, because Desmond was not seated correctly, but it looks like he dropped out of the game, so we will most likely start nonetheless without trouble, but he will most likely say something about that in the chat, the team chat there. So this looks good. All right, let's hop into match number 2. As you can see, 30 seconds on the count. This time our flight pass is a bit worrisome for most teams because, well, that's not quite a straight line nonetheless. This is most likely everything the teams can reach, with the exception being this crossed out stuff above here, that only is reachable if you take a car or something, but most likely not if you drop from the plane, because this plane path is not very nice for the teams. Let's say it like that. And as you can see, the plane is on its way, which means match number 2 has started already. We can see it coming closer. Most likely dropping the first coaches out now. There we go. As well as the first players. Because we are in match 2 on Erangel again. And as you can see, the first players are dropping. Team Falcons again going for the Ferry Pier split. Then we have Entropic, this time going for Primorsk. Saying, alright, that first game wasn't quite that great. This goes for the Snovka Island. We have the Balkan Eagles again going for Novorepnoy. Quite close again. E-Wave going for the Milta Ferry Pier, Milta and Shark Fin split, I guess, with Dulik. The Bad Boom team going for Milta Power. We have Akatsuki going for Pachinki. The Gaming Gladiators most likely will take cars from here and go for Gatka. Then we have, like I said, Entropic with the Ferry Pier split. Primorsk being played by Entropic as well. Team Falcons with the Ferry Pier split. My god. Those greens are looking too similar. Circle shifts to the east, which means that most of the teams are currently already in the circle, except for Eternal Fire, Akatsuki, the Gaming Gladiators, Team Falcons, Entropic, and our 2 teams on Novo, with the Balkan Eagles and Viz. Footballist going for the compounds below Kamashki. Do have an awful lot of players around here in Yasnaya, Mansion, Lepovka, and of course the Hall of Fame. Bad Boom team going with Mini Milta Power, the Monkey Compound, and the oh damn, I'm missing the name. Germany, it's Holzfäller Lager, the wood camp, the lumberyard. That's what I wanted to say. I'm missing 1 player from the Bad Boom team, and it looks like he was not able to connect because we only see Aduzi, Phil First, and Molodokt. So that boom team, the first team with only 3 players, which means we have 67 players in the lobby. We should have no team with a kill. Well, that looks about right. So not much happening at the moment. When it comes to rotations, like I said, we have the Gaming Gladiators playing Georgia Paul here, so they most likely will try to go with the northern approach. We have Team Balkans and Entropic here, which most likely means they'll try to get a good approach right here, quite straight. Team Viz might go for rotation through the Ferry Pier Bridge, while we have the Balkan Eagles again with the straight Milta approach. But that's all subject to change, depending on if we have a team camping the bridges or not. Akatsuki most likely will also use a straight move to get into the circle. And the other teams are already in there. And the most interesting thing for me is that we have a very far split for Savage with Starber and the compounds above mentioned between Footballist, or Footballist between them. So that's quite interesting to see. Ubuki already taken some shots in the direction of Grove Street. Oh, and we can see a drive-by try, and that's Iro losing his life to Crossberg and the mat. So Bushido in trouble. Celtic already running. So he has no car. He's trying to get to his teammates. Matt Bay in the Hall of Fame here. Should be no car here as well. I'm not mistaken. I'm the only one maybe with a car is the Tricken. Yeah, he has a UAV right here. So at least one car. The other car should have been brought by their teammate. Unfortunately, he died. So, a drop coming in here for Grove Street. Oh, quite closer than I thought. And we can see Lynx in there. Lynx with 8 times go. I'm not quite sure why. Level 3 vest and helmet and a mat kit. What happened to the level 3 backpack? Oh, Boxes already has one. Oh, Bombilovo coming closer. Can see Fairy Tale coming in hot. Will they try to go for the loot? What's coming out from 100 ADR? Nice tags. Question is, will they get the knocks in? Conf April and Bombilovo finding a dip where they can play. And Brightside, unfortunately, not as fortunate. Get killed right here on the spot. Kill goes to Hicks, which is our second kill this lobby. Boxes. Taking care of the airdrop. And it's quite lucky that he's able to dodge behind that ridge there. Already getting shot at by Savage. Those are Savages, man, shooting him. We can see more teams coming in. Dulik. Waiting for Lauren, and that's it. Another kill. Another one dead. The Balkan Eagles, very unfortunate. Losing their spoiler player. Their scout. Kill on the count for E-Wave. Mines also trying to rotate. Oh, more shots come out here. The Bad Boom team in trouble. Redpub with some nice shots again, full first. We already have the match quite close to them. Another nice headshot against the doozy, and he gets the knock against Phil first. Now it's him against the doozy. Oh, and from the side, Project X left for Grove Street with some hits. That nade could be interesting. Oh, oh, quite well thrown. Question is, can Aduzi go for the rest? But I doubt that. The mat has seen him. Crossberg getting shots from the side, which is monodocked. Trying to pop the tires on the car. But again, well, first gets killed. Quetpos Nate has found a doozy. So monodocked is the last remaining member of the Bad Boom team. And that was it. Code Marco gets a kill. GG well played. Bad Boom team, rank number 17. First team to be eliminated. Second with shots against Arthur. Which should be EB. If I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken though. More team squad central. Rotation coming in from Flores and Xelpi. Most likely trying to get this position here where they currently are. Because this right here is an interesting spot to play. But it looks like they're going for the L compound. Didn't want to do that. Do we have an emergency pickup of Virtus? Oh. We have in compound. Not quite sure what Sovereign is trying there. Interesting stuff. Take it, leave it. And they left it. And we can see a cold drop there. For Virtus Pro. Coming out against the glider, which is blown by Malman. Omolovo with some revenge against Hicks there. Remember correctly, Fairy Tail lost a player with Brightside. The kill went to the count for 180R in form of Hicks. So this was revenge. More shots coming out against Malman. Oh, if I'm not mistaken, his glider is almost blown. His glider is blown. Mikey with the knock against Rafa and the kill. Let's follow Malman and see if he's able to get where he wants to get without dying. Should work out. There's a shot coming in from Twisted Minds. Well. Interesting parking spot. Interesting. Entropic. Quite close to Twisted Minds and Team Falcons as well. Circle shifts. This time a bit to the west. And Grove Street. Found E-Wave. Only one left, which is Lucky. Or Slaven. The last remaining player for E-Wave. Project X left right in front of him. Should have spotted him. Currently looting Dulik. Karks. Selby with the knock against Fubuki. It should be another push. Yeah. Loris has spotted Akim. There we go. Trying to go for the rest there. Is he fast enough? In the meantime, Eternal Fire annihilates this. That was quite well. I'm still on his feet. Xam going for the push. Shots coming in from the side by Virtus Pro, which is currently helping 180R. Hearing both nades. Nice. That didn't work out as well as Bukaro liked it. But revenge is a dish best served cold, or in this case, best served with an ace. Xam getting the revenge kill. Nate coming in. Luke has to go for the rest on Akim as well. Wow, Bushido is getting pushed by Team Falcons. H-Win and Shrimsy, the last two remaining players were standing. Shrimsy most likely will go for the rest. Using the Molotovs to prohibit Bushido from getting into the Hall of Fame. Now shots coming in from behind from Batu. So Tricken's still alive. H-Win the last man standing now. He's in trouble. They're going for the flush. Still not pushing. Now they are. Nice train of thought. But H-Win gets the first one. Has to reload. That's coming in, and that should be it. Falcons eliminated on rank number 15. At Bay has the time to go for the rest on the chicken. It's taken. They're the only ones there. Oh no, Twisted Minds came in. Well, they were faster than I thought. Good play from them. Oh, the man with a nice nade against Dedrix. Holy shit. Nice headshot. The mat again. Code Marco now pushing around the corner. Nate coming out. This is not looking too shabby for Eternal Fire. Blue zone Nate. That might be the good one. We can see it should... Oh, barely. Almost. And that's it. GG, well played. Thank you for being here. And Tropic gets annihilated by Eternal Fire on rank number 13. Let's gets a kill against Luik. One of the last players. From 180R. The last man standing now. Has no nades anymore. Question is, will he go for the push against Savage? Still has the OZ there. Now he has nades. And that's a good one. Hurting himself as much as he tried to hit his opponent. Flores coming in, and that's it. GG, well played. 180R eliminated as well. Last kill going to Flores, who's quite mad about losing his teammate there. Now Foot's coming in. We can see here 8C and most likely Vard pushing forwards. Flores has to move. He's still in the blue. He's trying his best not to move, though. And now he's jumping out. Very unfortunate. Pixel has seen him, though. Seifu with the knock against Crossberg. Is around here-ish. Grove Street taking care of Eternal Fire. Twisted Minds right here in the Hall of Fame. Levante should take care of the Walking Eagles. Nice nade by him. Flash coming out. Spooks should be able to get away. Now from behind. The remaining players of the Gaming Gladiators coming close as well. Spooks sitting here waiting for his opponents to arrive. But we also have the lineup from Akatsuki here. Sleep Flick getting knocked by Extens. Didn't catch that angle. Extens still has to move though. Shot coming in from the side from Twisted Minds, who took over the position. Oh no, who still are in here. Bombelovo, the last man standing for Fairy Tale. Still waiting for Slacky. Will most likely die to the circle. Footballist with the kills there. Pixel with the angle. Oh, nade's coming out. Yes, nade's a bit too far. Getting the first nade against the first knock against 80, but Pixel comes in from the side, takes home the kill, and that's it for Fairy Tale on ring number 9. We still have one here in the circle. 10 first aids still remain for Slaven. Question is, can he make it to the circle? And I doubt that. Pixel gets knocked by Grove Street. Boxes has an interesting angle. Might be able to get some hits in. Pixel gets killed. Circle good. All Twisted Minds. Spooks still waiting there. Seifu has the airdrop. Only 60 bullets for the Groza though. Unfortunate for him. Grove Street with a good position. The Zoo gets a knock against EB. Another hit coming in. Lucarux gets knocked by accidents. By Perfectix. And now, back to Bold. It should be Beamy. Has to try everything. Just gets a knock against 80. And now it's Madness. That was Madness. As you can see, you can't see much due to the smokes. Seifu with another nade. And that's 3 cars all in one. Like I said, you can't see much. Slaven still out in the blue. 3 first aids remain. Sker gets knocked. Grove Street pushing now. And that's it. GG well played. Eliminating the last man from Footballist. Which reminds me, I still wanted to get a hotkey for Slaven. The Zoo still up here on the ridge. Holding the back of his team. We're almost down to 4 teams. 2 solos. 18 players remain. Which is more than we had the last time. In match number 1. Spooks. Still, well, there we go. Still moving forwards here. Slowly. Barely. Question is, can he get out there? He has to walk through the blue a bit. But he might be able to do it. And with shots against Akatsuki. Lajos has found Twisted Minds. Slaven finally made it to the circle. Only to the ult though. 13 seconds before he has to move again. And Seifu is quite close to him. Right. I want to ride my bicycle. Bicycle. Can do that. Fast though. Spooks has to move. Uska still knows there's someone there. Both need to heal now. Spooks healing moving forwards, which is quite unfortunate for him. Uska takes the time to kill him, but might be knocked by the circle, by the blue. There we go. Uska down. It's not looking like his teammates want to go for the rest. Seifu had the rough idea where Akatsuki is. Nice knock. That should be it for Trina. 8 coming in hot. Far to the right. But the right idea. Retreating again. With the knock against Melman. This time as Nate flushed him. Nate's coming out from both sides. Twisted Minds has to fight 2 ways. Lucky was killed by Project X left Grove Street. There's only 2 men on there. Relax. I can see Akatsuki. There's 2 men as well. Gaming Gladiators for 2.5. Levante here down. Let's see if they are able to get the rest in. Lajos with a good position. Everybody's back on their feet. Seifu going for the rest as well. Good circle for Grove Street. That might be their chicken dinner. Because the Gaming Gladiators and Twisted Minds are fighting against each other. Vazu from the side with Knights Nox. Petulins does not know the Grove Street there with Seifu and Project X left. Example with the knock against Extons. And that's a nice nade. GG, well played. Twisted Minds eliminated on rank number 4. Gaming Gladiators losing one of their own in the process, though. Lajos trying to go for it. Hero move. And just barely does not make it. So as we can see, Grove Street right here. Let's hop into the aerial overview of the battlefield. There we go. 2 players left for each team. Akatsuki and the Gaming Gladiators. 3 players left for Grove Street. Lajos has been spotted and gets knocked by Project X left. So it's only Levante left for the Gaming Gladiators. No dice though with those try. Vazu has spotted Kalisa and gets a knock in. Nice one. That might. No, Levante was killed as well. So Sleep Flick is the last remaining player of Akatsuki. 1 versus 3. Nate coming out. That might be a good. Well, no, that's too short. And that's it. GG, well played. Seifu from the side with a kill. Grove Street takes home the chicken dinner with 19 kills. Almost double the kills Team Falcons had in the first match with 2,354 damage and 13 assists. Let's hop over for a quick break, and then I'll be back with you for match number 3, and of course, the updated leaderboard. There we are, back with the updated leaderboard. Grove Street taking over the first place with 29 points after this chicken dinner. Last game, or in match number 1, they had 0 points. So that number is correct now and looks way better than before. On rank number 2, we have Team Falcons with 22 points. They only took home 2 points in match number 2 now. 21 points for Eternal Fire. 13 points each for Akatsuki and the Gaming Gladiators. 12 points each for Twisted Minds and 180R. 11 points, so 1 point less for Virtus Pro. 10 points, and therefore the last team with double digits, the Balkan Eagles, on rank number 9. Then we have 9 points for E-Wave. 8 points twice for Savage and Bushido. 7 points for Foot. 6 points for the Bad Boom team. 4 points for Fairy Tail. 2 points for Viz. And still without points are Entropic. And we are almost ready for the next match, which will happen on Rondo. As you can see, the flight pass is quite good for most of the teams. This should be roughly the region where you can drop roughly, as I said. So everything here to the left is not reachable. Everything here, right, for Jadena City and stuff is not reachable as well. Nonetheless, this leaves the most valuable spots still reachable with Renjiang, Huangshan, Danqing, Test Track, Neox Factory and stuff. So it shouldn't be too bad for the teams. Plus, we only have one plane, because as most of you know, we can have two planes with a double plane right here on Rondo, which is for most teams not too favorable, depending how the planes cross. We have something like, would have another plane which would go right here, right this. The teams which would be able to jump stadium would be earlier than the teams on this plane rotation. So that's something that could happen. First teams to jump out right here are Virtus Pro, as well as 180R and the Bad Boom team, followed by Akatsuki, Fairy Tail, Footballist, Entropic, Balkan Eagles, Eternal Fire, Team Falcons, Twisted Minds, Grove Street, Bushido, the Gaming Gladiators, E-Wave. Then we have Viz and Savage. And, well, Gunner is in trouble. I guess he forgot he had to jump out early. But he's trying to reach the outer parts of the map to die. So this is what a coach should play like. Oh, interesting. He's just lost in the void. And this right here might be a hot drop between Wiz and Savage. Selpy might be earlier. Car's a bit too low. And we can see Flores already in a car. Old back sense, so this might be interesting to see. The car most likely will go for the car, then try to dodge this. Selpy is still quite high. Most likely will go for the garage. Takes the car and dodge this, so this should be no hot drop. Oh, well, all right. I'm gonna correct myself. Car was saying he is going for that fight. So we do have a hot drop between Savage and Viz. Mikey here with the M249. Not the best weapon if... well, it's not the worst weapon if you're in a hot drop situation. It is if you have to reload, though. So it looks like Savage still going. Trying to get away. You can see Xopi shooting here. And picked up. Buffalo is taking care of a car or something. I'm quite sure. The car got away as well. And this leaves Viz right here with Hammer Town. Not in the circle though. Circle's been favored for Test Track in Neox Factory, so Twisted Minds is in a good position. Then we have Footballist. We see Danqing split with HC quite a bit on the spoiler position, closer to the center of the circle. And if I'm not mistaken, Entropic will most likely try to play this spot here where we currently have Project X left. So this is where we will go to check if I'm correct with that. Because most likely he will get a visit by Hockey. Oh. Already spotted Hockey. Has to drop out now there. Nothing else happening so far. Falcon right there. Dedrick's quite close to Grove Street. The question is, will Grove Street do the same they did in match number 2? Or will this map be favored for another team? 19 kills is not bad, considering we have a high-class team with Falcon with 10 kills only in hyphens on rank 1 in match number 1. So let's see who might give us action. I guess Rosberg might get pushed by Macintosh now after those shots. Can see spooks already. Trying to show them there's someone here. Quite sure this is the correct behavior. Oh, nice tech against Macintosh from Crossberg. Macintosh, a bit unsure what to do. We stay there. It's not looking like it, so Balkan Eagles retreating after trading or getting some shots from Eternal Fire. Savage trying to rotate into the circle. With the mine shooting as well. I think, alright, there's someone here. An example might be in trouble. Twisted Mind's coming close as well now. This right here is our fight. Example with the first knock. Can see the feet of Trinotropica. Not able to get another knock in though. Maybe now from outside. Nice shots against Lee Flick. Nice nade though by Trino. There's no there. Inside the other room. This is an interesting position. You're not unsure what to do. Like I said, in a theoretically quite interesting position when it comes to pushing. Or if Twisted Mind tries to push in this room here. Smoke coming in. Right after Trino's smoke fades. Matt with a knock against Example. Nades, nothing. Ooh, another nade. Perfectix on the roof. Interesting tactic. This guy's trying to go for the rest and most likely succeeding with it. Kalisa with only 1 HP left. Oh, Bartu takes home the kill with that nade. This guy quite low as well. This Example still has a nade, and that should work. Oh, another hit against Uska. And Lou with the perfect idea here. Gets the knocks in, but gets knocked as well by the nade from Uska. Nice throw. Trino, the last man standing. Barkatsky. You know, if you fight against the high ground, it has to be Twisted Minds. Flash coming in. Trino not seeing anything. Perfectix. Thought he could go around there. Nice spray. Example taking home the kill there though. Well played. The first team we lose is not Twisted Minds. But they might be now. Because Bushido's coming close. Matt quite close to the Balkan Eagles. Retreating though. Make sure we can get in a kill. Oops. Didn't want to go to Fairy Tale. He's quite close to April. But he's flying around now. Circle shifts again to the west. You can see VP also rotating with EB calling the shots. I think, alright, you have one in front of you. One car. Maybe two cars. This compound here should be free. Nobody's shooting at me. It might be a trap though. The compound is free as well. The gas station is taken. We can see there's not much happening at the moment. Falcons moving forwards as well. They will most likely stay here, I guess. No, they are not. No. Looks like they are trying to get to the gas station. Or not. Where do you go? Where do you go from here? Offer you with an 8 against 8C. Quite sure what that happened here. Drake's running over Pixel. Quite close here. That might be the kill Watt wants. Oh no! At least gets a knock in. Dedrix shoots him down to 4 HP though. While E-Wave gets the kill in against Viz. Now taking over their position right here. We can see Axton's. The Gaming Gladiators quite close as well. Tropic should have their first kill now. Mistaken. Yeah, Hockey with the kill. First point for them. Karks has been spotted by Extens. Very unfortunate. Nate coming out. Could be a good one. Almost. Nate. Didn't explode. Oh. Ulik was spotted. Melman with another Nate. That's again a bit too short. Tropic gets eliminated. Oops, don't want to go there. Go for Levante. That's it. GG, well played. The Gaming Gladiators eliminating the team from E-Wave just barely after they eliminated Viz. So, which teams do we still have? There we go. Football is right here. Travel far. What's coming out from Melman? The mat quite close to Hicks. On the other side of the hill, we have Fubuki. Still prone, still waiting. But unsure if he should shoot or not. He has no car left. Can see Bushido watching the rotation from Grove Street. And Walks is right here. All right. Put it in the trunk again, the mortar. 8 mortar shells. Oh, you're crazy, bro. Oh, put those back. The disconnect seems. 100 ADR. Shooting a bit in the direction of the Bad Boom team. First team being shot at by Matt Bay again. Both teams fighting out of the circle though. Sample. Spotter there. The Tricking gets knocked by Batulins. Oh, who gets knocked? In revenge by Celtic. Iro already there to go for the race. Celtic coming in from the side now. Perfectic's still waiting there. Celtic trying to go for the flush. Come closer. Trading some shots here. Matt with a knock against Lou. Was trying to rescue Batu. Oh, unfortunate for Perfectix. Getting run over by Celtic. This only leaves Example. He's trying his best to do something. Won't be able to rescue Batu. Most likely. Or maybe. Eternal Fire now joining in this fight. Redback can see Celtic. And the AWM seals his fate. Matt facing off against the Tricking. Flash coming in hot. And that's a nice spray by the Matt. Bushido eliminated on rank number 13. Kudos to Eternal Fire. So far with 5 kills. Balkan Eagles in trouble. Because they are stuck between the Gaming Gladiators and the Bad Boom team. Well, that was a short visit, I guess. Monodocked. Now has to face off against the Gaming Gladiators. Twisted Minds eliminated as well. Example was found by one of the players from Footballist. And now we have Savage breaching the compound of the Gaming Gladiators. Harsh, his sword off. Shotgun in hand. Waiting for Savage to move forward. Melman is knocked. Floor is quite close to Extens. Rush has only 2 bullets in a sawed-off shotgun. So he has to wait. He is waiting. Gets a knock in. Going for the flush. Gets a second one. Levante going for the race on Melman. XLP outside. Floris gets knocked by Axtons. Now it's only XLP in the fight against Axtons. Gets killed by Lajos and Levante. And therefore the Gaming Gladiators protect their little compound. While Team Falcons is eliminated by Sovereign. We still have foot outside of the blue. We can see... Oops, that's not where I wanted to go. We're trying to get into a position where he's seemingly safe. The other side of the rock. We have Molodocked Basto and Deduli though. We're close to him. And Falcon's still left with 2. Skur. It should be Vart and T-Bone. We can see Eternal Fire close to the gaming gladiators. We're still not in the circle anymore. That's the bus from Crossburg. First one is knocked. So is Foot able to arrive in the circle? I doubt it. Even though, still 10 first aids remain. And with some nice shots. VP facing off against the Falcons. With the knocking in Sovereign. This right here should be beaming. They can trim the versus VP. Shrimley with a great position gets a knock against EV. Take with the knock against Sovereign. Emi gets knocked as well. And now it's 1 versus 1. And Lucarux almost gets it, but aims for the roof. There's no one there. Shrimley taking care of the lineup from Virtus Pro. Getting the kills in while we have another fight brewing. Fairy Tale against the Bad Boom team. And, well, unfortunately, Brightside gets knocked by the Blue Zone Nate. And Besto gets knocked by Luik. Very unfortunate. 180 are eliminated. Doozy takes care of the last man. Let's go for the rest now. Unfortunate for him, though. The rest of Fairy Tale is already there. Conf can hear the bike. Shots coming in from the side from the Gaming Gladiators. Although that gets flushed. Doozy still trying to save Besto here. Those on 8. Should be good enough. Yeah, that should kill Besto. Really moving forwards, not seeing shit. Besto dies to the blue. Doozy should be dead in a second. Gladiators moving forward. Stealthily. Conf gets knocked by Shrim D. Flash coming out. First knock. Well done. Second knock is against Accents. One man left though. Which is April. April spotted as well. Doozy dies to the blue. Then has to retreat. It coming out a bit too far to the left. April already changed positions. Lyosh moving around the cover. I spotted April now. Flash coming out. Nate coming out. Molotov coming up. That's it. GG, well played. Melman takes home the kill. And Fairy Tale is eliminated on rank number 4. Which leaves us with 3 teams. And 1 team is getting shot at with a mortar. Grove Street. 2 kills so far. Last game they had 19. They are the team with the mortar though. 3 players left for them. 3 players left for the Gaming Gladiators. 2 players left for Team Falcons. And the double drop right here. Farmers. And an AWM. Sign 2. 1. Avante. Panzer in hand. Project X left with the knock against Lyosh. Want to switch in from the Panzer. Grimsy was a knock against Seifu. Panzer is back. And almost gets the job done. Levante has to spray. Project 8 left now. The last man standing in the blue zone. Gets a knock against Malman. And dies closely after. So it's Levante against Shrimzy and Tick. 20 kills so far already for the Gaming Gladiators. Levante not going for the rest on Melman. Most likely the biggest mistake for him. Tick with a rough idea where to throw his nade. How many nades does he have left? From the... There's one as well. Levante is the only man in the circle though. 7 kills to his name. Good for the Falcons. They still have that E-bus. So Levante is still unsure where they are. Tick-tock, the level 3 gear, and the farmers. They're also unsure where Levante is though. So this might be the winner wins chicken dinner for Team Falcons. 9 kills if they get Levante. 8 kills if not. Nice tags. Levante tries the drive-by. Almost succeed there. That's it though. GG, well played. Tick takes home the last kill. 9 kills for Team Falcons. 20 kills though for the Gaming Gladiators with 2,295 damage and 11 assists. And this means we're almost off to map number 4 after a short break. And it's almost time for match number 4 before we have the 2 last matches of the evening on Miramar. But as you can see, Team Falcons again took over the lead of the leaderboard with 41 points. 2 points in front of the Gaming Gladiators with 39 points. They are now second, taking over the second place from Grove Street, who are down to rank number 3 with 36 points. 28 points for Eternal Fire, 16 for Twisted Minds, 15 each for 100 ADR and Virtus Pro, 13 points each for Akatsuki and the Bad Boom team, as well as E-Wave and Foot Esports. So we have 4 teams with 13 points. 10 points each for the Balkan Eagles and Bushido. And then we have 4 teams who are not as lucky and only have single digits so far. 8 points each for Fairy Tail and Savage, and 2 points only for Entropic and Viz. Which leaves us with 3 more matches today. And all 3 of those will follow in a short while. Because we are back with match number 4 on Tego. As you can see, Circle, the plane pass is quite good for the teams, depending on where they drop normally. This should be roughly the positions reachable by them, exception to the marked areas. So airport and shipyard most likely will not be reachable. Same goes for Harpo and the prison. But except from that, everything should be possible for the teams. And we'll see how that turns out for them, where the circle shifts, and of course, who gets the chicken dinner in match number 4. 2 times the chicken dinner went to our guests from NA, in the form of the Falcons. Shown again that they are a force to reckon with, even in the EU Scrims. Even with the ping advantage, disadvantage, depending from which direction you want to look at it. And this right here is the winning team from... I'm not quite sure why we're zooming in there. I'd like to zoom out. Okay. This right here was the winning team of match number 2. Team Falcons, match number 1 and 3. Team Falcons, match number 2, went to Grove Street. First team to jump out are 100 ADR and Fairy Tail, as well as Akatsuki, followed by Viz, the Bad Boom team. The Balkan Eagles, E-Wave, Team Falcons, Eternal Fire, Virtus Pro, Entropic, Twisted Minds, Savage, Bushido, Footballist, or Foot Esports, the Gaming Gladiators, and of course, Grove Street. It's not looking like we do have hot drops. We might have a hot drop here between Bushido. There's no counter here, so we might get a hot drop here between Bushido and Grove Street. The first to land already has a weapon and already gets a knock. So Trixon, Celtic, unfortunately not able to get away. Same cannot be said for Iroh and Citrican. They're able to dodge this fight. So Bushido, the first team to lose a player. The first kill goes on the count for Grove Street. Trying to catch up to the Gaming Gladiators and Team Falcons. Only 5 points behind them. Let's check out what the Falcons are up to. Oh. They're going ways. Looting the airport. Our winners from match number 1 and 3. From the H-Win, Kick, and Tiggleton. Trying what they do best. killing everybody who's in front and in their way. With Gunner as coach, that should be no problem. His former machine gunner knows where to point and where to shoot. Let's come out at the front, like they say. Twisted Minds so far, only with a position in the top 5. Almost twice as much points for the second, the spot in front of them with Eternal Fire. 28 points, 4 points more, and Eternal Fire would have double the points from the Twisted Minds players. Which is not what we are used to by them. But sometimes scrims are just for learning purposes. Circle shifted to the northwest to be precise. So the first teams are already rotating. And we most likely might see a bridge camp here from Savage. Alright, XLP exchanging one car for another. We can see the Matt. Oops, that was not where I want to go. Matt already seeing XLP positioning himself. So he knows that bridge is taken. So will XLP? Yeah. Looks like he's going for it. Whee! Positioning himself on the other side of the bridge. That most likely is something Eternal Fire has expected. Matt. Seeing Flores. Shooting nice tags. That's on Crossberg. Flores has to retreat. And Pukao is in trouble, or in the water in this case. Without his Panzerfaust. Which is still in the image. Well, Flores and Xan in trouble. They wanted to take the other bridge, which was taken by Twisted Minds first. XLP with nade in hand. Code Marco coming out and he saw the Adam. XLP gets eliminated. 18 knocking Batu there. Batu quite fast here. Already making it up here. Cow moving up there. Can see Eternal Fire retreating. More shots coming out, but no dice, no luck for him, especially since he has only a red dot on his mini. Entropic trying to protect their little space of heaven, or little piece of heaven. Virtus Pro. Now with the question, should we shoot at Eternal Fire? Are they stopping? Yes, they are. And the Matt and Crossberg are the first to be eliminated. Code Marco knocked as well. Quetpa the only one who's still on his feet. Nate coming out. That should be a good one. It's a perfect one almost. Quetpa healing himself in the car. Lukarook's tagged as well. Quetpa trying to get away now from the side. Levante with some shots. We're knocked. Levante with some tags against Lukarooks as well. That's a bold move. Trying to get the rest right there in the smoke. But Eternal Fire in shambles. Quetpa the only one still alive. Is that alright? I'm not gonna try to go for the rest and cut Marco. The Gaming Gladiators. Well, there. Not as happy as well. They could have gotten 2 knocks in. He'll be in trouble as well, because from behind comes Hicks. Who's getting the knock against him. 3 HP remain, though. Emi said, alright, I'm gonna try it, but decided against it. They couldn't rescue him. So 180R taking over the position which EB held. Check out who else is quite close to each other. We do have an airdrop right here for E-Wave, if they've seen it. Shido, like I said, only with 2 players left, Citrican and Iro. And the first one is in, the last one is in trouble. Because the Balkan Eagles are closing in. Has he seen Spook there? Has he seen Macintosh there? No, he hasn't. Oh, Iro. Iro, you are bold, man. Balls of steel. The balls of steel on Iro. Oh, that Molotov. Unfortunate for Iro. Spook's almost burning Rafa there. Still, kill against Macintosh was successful. Tricky now trying to get away. 23 HP remain. 1 tech more. And it would have been his end as well. And the end. For Bushido. Skrr. Carboxes has heard him. See Perfectix. With a knock against Dedrix. Was where I wanted to go. Boxes with shots against Twisted Minds now. VP dropping in this little compound here. I still wanted to go to Twisted Mind though. That's a problem if you are a caster and observer at the same time. Would love to show you more action. But obviously just don't have the power to do so. They are in trouble now. In trouble. Corner right here. Facing off against the Baboon team, and there he gets another knock in though against a doozy. But the rest of the team is there. Trading and training. Quetba though. Should have heard that. Moving closer. He knows who he's facing off against though. So again. Balls of steel on our Turkish friends. Never saying no to a fight. Be it Iro, be it Quetpa. Still only level 1 helmet. Doozy. Trying to get in this compound, and that's it for him. Project exit from the side. Nate coming in. With the smoke. And like I said, he knows who he's facing off against. Nice nade by Phil first. That almost took his life. Nate's coming in. far, though. Shadows are a player's friend. And they're coming in two. Phil first. Still staying in his own blue zone, Nate. And Besto now with the kill. And now it's only 2 players left for the Bad Boom team. Losing a doozy. Molodok with a disconnect, it seems. Let's see what else we can see. Vox is quite close to Twisted Minds. Savage. Oh, Tropica. Might get a knock against the Falcons. If he's lucky. Because Adrian is quite close. Jesus, how was he not spotted there? So lucky. Trim the intake. Right to his side. I'm not quite sure if he has a disconnect or something. Or if he's just waiting. I would have prone if I was him, though. Anyways. Fighting against Entropic. There's only 2 left for them. General watching down. Not quite sure what to do. Adrian's not sure if he has seen him. And he hasn't. He has not seen him. Chino's right in front of him. With a nade against Besto and Phil first, as well as Monodoct. And that's it for the Bad Boom team. Oscar with a nice nade against Shrim. The sprays coming out. That should be the chance for Trino. Who's still standing here doing nothing. Which is the worst timing for him to do nothing. Take top of the little shack there. Dropping down. This is Nate. Fine. Trim the. Knocks him again. That's Nate. Now it's Trino with the knock against Tick. Finally doing something. Nice Nate against Trim. Against Kick though. Kick from the side. Gets a knock against Trino. Gets knocked by Sleep Flag. Going for the flush. For Littling. Now it's Adrian against Sleep Flake. Stratos was a kill against Take. And that's it. GG, well played. Falcons eliminated on ring 14 again, quite early. And this taking care of one of the players. Nice nade by Duo. One of the players from Viz. Because we also have another team coming in from here, which is Savage. Xan from above with the knock against Mikey. And we still have Dulik saying, alright, I want to play too. Forrest moving forwards. Can he see them? He can see them. Spray coming out. Gets a first knock and that's it. Viz eliminated by Savage. What a savage encounter. Fairy Tail and trouble. The Zoo had the MG3 in hand, but couldn't get the kill in though. April trying to move around. Get to the right position to take the kill. Bombelovo gets the kill in. Now the question is, Grove Street retreating, trying to get to a different position in the circle. Circle shifted again. Blue with nade in hand. Ooh, that almost was a good one. There wouldn't have been that stone. Anyway, facing up against Savage. And they are down to 1. Bukau being the last man standing. Trying to at least get Gulik. Spray unsuccessful. I doubt he can get the rest on Floris. But he might be able to get some util. Especially first aids. He only had 1 left. Footballist. There's some drops in front of them. Nate could be good for what. But Grove Street now knows there's someone coming in from the right side. AC with some nice shots. April from below. Stacked between a rock and a hard place. Roxas gets knocked. Question is, what does Bombilova do? Not able to see Project X left. Trying to stay in the blue. Heal against it. Oh, wonderful spray. And he gets killed while jumping into this circle. Unfortunate. Right side now going on the race. Grove Street eliminated on rank number 10. And E-Wave in trouble as well. Because they finally found... Billy. There we go. Finally found Twisted Minds. Lucky getting the kill on example. Really quite close as well. Attack against Slaven or Slaki was successful. Right side with an 8 against 8C. Pixel gets killed as well. Dulik retreating now. Fairy Tale quite close to VP and Footballist. Not quite sure if Beamy knows that Foot is behind them. But most likely he does. Yeah, he can't see and he can hear. Spray coming out, and that should be it for the next one. Pro with a nice tack against Beamy. I'm not quite sure what to do. Well, Vart is taking care of the loot drops. The most important thing. Also flushed. Still fighting. Oh, they spotted the car. Brooks takes out the second. And it's only April left. Push in. Now bright side. They're retreating a bit. Got eliminated. Kudos going to Beamy. Scare of them. Lover moving forwards. Lucky eliminates Faye, the last man. Or Entropic was hiding in this little shack here. Right on top of the haystack. Oh, nice nades. Fortunately not into the shack. And now Slacky's in trouble. Alright, I'm gonna build my own fort. Oh. Lyosh. Last man for the Gaming Gladiators, who are currently being taken apart by the Balkan Eagles. should be it. Laurent gets a kill in against Lajos, and the Balkan Eagles eliminate the Gaming Gladiators. Slucky staying here, Citrican prone. This is the most dangerous thing right here on Tego. So we have 5 teams left, which are the Balkan Eagles, Slucky, Citrican, Twisted Minds with Lou and Perfectix, and of course, last but not least, 3 players from Virtus Pro. Will most likely not interfere with anyone for the time being. If that's alright, I might take care of the shack here. There's nobody there. Flashed himself. And Laurent has found the last man from E-Wave. So now the Balkan Eagles not in the best position, but not the worst either. Rafa gets a knock against Lou. Flush as well. Nading the shack. Almost a good nade. Perfectix has to retreat. Most likely will try to play this hill here now. Or stay down there. But most likely trying to play this position to get the high ground. Which will also be in the scope of Beamy. So let's tag them. Oh, shit. I already had Citrican on one. Orange from the side against Lucarux. All 3 of them healing now. Our 2 Pro Masters. BP retreating, saying, alright, we would like to take over the other side. We don't want to fight against you. Close range. Good thing for them. Perfectix was spotted. Spotted Balkan Eagles as well. Nice tack against Spooks. Lucky for him. Laurent could see him from his position. BP staying out of that fight if they can. The Balkan Eagles saying, alright, let's rotate. Reposition. Same goes for Citrican. Level 3 here. Twisted Minds eliminated. Perfectix dies to Lucarux. Unfortunately, that was barely a touch too late. Question is, will Citrican do something? Or will he just stay like this? He might be able to get a knock-in against Balkan Eagles. He can see Spooks. Should also be able to see Beamy. And Lucarux now. Bullet shield has been set up. Will he stay as a snake, or will he take part in this fight? Rafa almost knocked there. Lukerix rotating a bit. Be opening up at the side. Biggest question, like I said, will Citrican do something? Or will he just stay hidden? Could get the knock on Rafa. That would be so easy. Laurent has found him. Therefore, 10 kills for the Balkan Eagles. And Bushido is eliminated. Let's check it out from above. Zorin opening up the angle. Nice nade. That's enough to finish Laurent. Spooks might have spotted Lukerix. Yes, he did. And Lukerix spotted him. No hits for him, though. Rafa knocked as well. Spooks against 3. And that's it. GG, well played. Beamy takes home the last kill in match number 4. 13 kills for Virtus Pro with 1,888 damage. 9 assists for the Balkan Eagles, though. And this means we're going to hop over for a quick break before I'll be back with you for match number 5. The leaderboard is taking us places because we have a double lead now, almost, at least when it comes to points, but not the tiebreaker rule. Team Falcons back in the lead with, well, the same points that the Gaming Gladiators have, 43 each. Then we have Virtus Pro on rank number 3 with 38 points. 1 point behind them is Grove Street, 30 points for Eternal Fire, 26 for the Balkan Eagles, 23 each for Twisted Minds and E-Wave, and 18 for the Bad Boom team in the upper half of the leaderboard. In the second half of the leaderboard, we have Akatsuki with 16 points, as well as Bushido and 100 ADR, each with 16 points as well. And then back below them, we have 15 points for Foot, 14 for Fairy Tail, 12 for Savage, and last but not least, 5 points for Viz and 3 points for Entropic. So both teams still not in sight of the magic double digits. So stay waiting for their chance to get those. And we are in our second to last match of the day, unfortunately, which means we are back in the Sand Town, or the Sand Map. We're back on Miramar. As you can see, Fly Pass is quite good for the teams. Almost everything they could want to reach is reachable, except for Puerto Paraíso. As well, Impala might be reachable. Alcantara is not reachable. Well, if you drive, everything is reachable, but, well, it's still hard if you just want to jump there. Nonetheless, 5 seconds on the clock. And we are back with all teams. And, of course, our mighty metal bird in the sky. The plane taken off and bringing us the joy of teams killing each other. As we can see, first teams already jumping out, which were Entropic and Viz. Apparently, the teams in the, well, lowest part of the leaderboard on rank number 16 and 17. Followed by E-Wave in 100 ADR. Then Akatsuki, VP, and the Bad Boom team. Twisted Minds in Grove Street following, as well as Eternal Fire and Bushido. After them, we can see the lineup from the Balkan Eagles, as well as Savage and the Gaming Gladiators. Winners from the last match. Team Falcons going for a long jump. Maybe Minas Generals with Shrimsy, maybe Truck Stop. Or before that. Fairy Tail also with a big split. And we have Footballist, the last team to jump out right there in Tierra Bronca. Something like I said, might be in trouble. Let's see, he can see that the Balkan Eagles are quite close. But most likely he's trying to jump for that car here. Spook says, alright, I can see he's going for the car. Gonna head back. So no trouble between those two teams. Circle shifted to the south and is quite good for Entropic as well as 100 ADR. VP, E-Wave, and at least with Tuaju are in the circle as well. Quite easy for the team from Akatsuki to drive in, which is just a small way. PB team most likely will take the Montenegro road, drive in here or something, maybe trying to go for this hill. Falcons might try to go for this rotation, maybe here even, most likely, but with the Puerto road. The other teams, well, I can see Grove Street also going for the same rotation. We might see the BB team taken if BB is not going for the direct approach, which is quite unlikely, I guess. Then we have Eternal Fire going with the direct approach as well. And we can also see the first player. It's not even the first team, but the first player. Oh, there. First player with the emergency pickup, which is Lou. Because his teammates, well, they might reach him in time. Not quite sure if Perfect is able to. Oh, well, should be. It will be rough, though. It will be rough. Well, barely making it. The first team to take the emergency pickup are Twisted Minds. Let's follow them and see where they're gonna jump. They dropped down from 5th place to 7th. Which means they are nearing the lower half of the leaderboard. 23 points, only 7 points are currently hindering them, or, well, even 5 points. Depending where we draw the line for the lower half of the leaderboard. Normally it would be with rank number 9. See, some teams already did rotate. You can see this with Kite Central approach quite close to Entropic. The Gaming Gladiators following suite. Question is, will Twisted Minds go for Partona? Might be possible. Nope. But they're most likely trying to go for Resort. So most likely trying to get somewhere here. That should be possible. Shots coming out from Entropic. Will they be able to get a knock in? Unlikely. Oh god, we see even more emergency pickups. Gaming Gladiators. Right above us. Followed by the next team coming in hot as well. Which is Akatsuki. And still waiting for the emergency pickup at Grove Street. Already sitting, waiting for their chance to being picked up. There's a storm in trouble. Slavin with the Panzer in hand. Unfortunately, not getting the knock against Hockey. I thought he would have had him. Coffee. Let's watch out. Sharks moving close fast. Being spotted by Dedrix. And now Evie in trouble. Felix, the last one, being tagged from above. Akatsuki fighting against the Gaming Gladiators. Or at least killing one of the Gaming Gladiators. Tulik staying hidden. Wanting to engage further in this fight. Bartu with the knock against Accents. Oops. Not what I wanted to see. This is what I wanted to see. Next emergency pickup coming in hot. That's Grove Street. As we can see, Melman and Lajos in Partona. Let's see where Grove Street's gonna head. Looks like Partona to me. Lajos is not seeing them, but Melman is telling him, "Dude, there's someone dropping behind you." Well, and that tree, unfortunately, did end his ride. And his possibility to get a knock in. Buffy tagged by Duo. Frostberg saying, "Alright, I don't like tires. So, please don't drive anymore. Close to him. Footballist, Falcons, arriving in the circle. Last team to drive are Savage and Fairy Tale. Shido also in the circle as well already. We can see Foot taking shots at the Falcons. Pixel on the glider. I got the air approach, guys. Be quite close to him, though. You can see from the side, he's getting shot at by VP. Oh, beautiful bolt shot. Beamy is back to bolt. Pixel. Jesus Christ. I'm not quite sure what he's seeing there. Because he's not shooting a metal duct. But with the 2 times on that range, quite impressive. I wouldn't even get 1 shot in. Wouldn't even see shit. But not sure what he's seeing as well. Shooting at that rock. There's nobody there, buddy. But we see more than he does, though. Oh, I'm in trouble. Boxes from the back. Some shots. Laish quite close as well. Take with the kill against Pixel. When did that happen? Circle shifted to the east. Lick still hidden there. Come close. And that's the reason why. Falcons took over the Italian. The 2-story Pixel was hiding at. Lick. Still without a care in the world. Shots off range. Matt has seen Bushido. Seifu with a kill against Laish, which means the Game Gladiators have been eliminated on rank number 17 after 11 minutes, which is quite late compared to the other matches we had already. First team in the other matches was out quite fast in comparison. Well, Sleep Flick eliminated. Kickstart knocked. A footballist. Tick almost knocked. He needs to reload. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Everything else is mostly shots at range. Not quite sure what Lou's shooting at. Gladiators have been eliminated down here. Waiting for Bester to show himself. Don't shoot him, I already had him. Almost. Came with a knock against Phil first. Bester moving. Not much happening though. Grove Street maybe in trouble. In the car. Out of the car they go. Not too successful. From the side, Seifu, out of Patona. But I'm not sure where he got shot from. Like I said, everything at range. I would like to show you more action and, of course, more kills. But everything happening here is happening on range. 80 might be maybe able to help regarding that. Oh, Molotov. Well, sorry, buddy. You just got caster cursed. I'm sorry for that. Let's try with Rafa. Maybe he gets knocked now. Not quite sure. All those caster curses work. Hockey with the links in hand. Let's get no vest anymore. Below in trouble. LP. It's nice text against April. Nade in hand. Oh. It was not a good one. Bay hitting the mat, gets hit. Very unfortunate. Now from the top of the hill we have Batu. No, there's nothing happening for ages. And now everything is happening at the same time. It has to be a circle shift, as you can see. Lick moving. Just next position. Oh, that's not looking too good for Flores. Ubuki with the knock. Kill going to Lucarix though, through the car explosion. Soren with an interesting position. Basso and Phil first moving. He has no nades left. Smoke's coming out. There's no car there. So Bombilovo and Brightside in trouble. Oh, they still had a car. My fault. And they still have a ridge to play. Get the knocks in. Is now... Julie gets run over! Julie gets run over! Oh my god. Very unfortunate for him. Like in trouble. 180R fighting against this. Oh, that aid against Wabuki. Yu gets a second knock. Yastin. Okay. And Wabuki. And that's it. GG, well played. Viz eliminating 180R on rank number 15. Twisted Minds fighting against Grove Street. Who's on 8. And again. Should be enough to get example. Jumps out in front. Oh, barely made it. Safer with the kill against Perfectix. And he's a rocket launcher. Panda guest example. Oops. There's only one left, which is Lou. Staying hidden. Behind him, though. There's the links in hand of Skur. In hand of Bot, most likely. Skur moving closer. And that should be it for Lou, who has seen Bart. Hawkins And the Italian here. Spooks with a pistol. Glock in hand. It was spotted there. Oh, H1 gets knocked by Celtic. Balkan stuck between a rock and a hard place, or in this case, between the Balkan Eagles and Bushido. Duffy with the knock against Trino Tropica. The flush. Question is, will they be able to get the rest in? Door is open. Tick will close it momentarily. Or not. Yeah, he does. Rimby in this building. Waiting for his chance to do something. This currently is a bit stacked here. Okay, with the knock against high. Duffy. Quite close to Grove Street. Mikey gets a kill against Dedrix. He says, alright, I'm gonna move it. Jimmy says, bold it is. No scope, bold as well. Oh, nice tag against Molodok. Duffy reloading. Mikey in trouble. Works with a nice nade against Stratos. Well done. I didn't want to go there. Sorin coming close as well. Pushing forward. Cover from Lucarux. Like in the car. Can I peek? That most likely was the question. Oh, driving away. I'll follow him. Oh, Collier gets knocked. Ecolessa. Luska, though, with the knock against Project X left. Takes down the next one. Box is down as well. Safe with the last man standing. 8. Might be good. Well, good. That's it. Safe who gets the kill, but gets killed by Uskas nade. So, well, this does not take, does not need to take care of those. We're down to 11 teams. This right here is, well, kill heaven, I guess. Or from the side, Celtic. That boom team takes care of the next one. Tropic eliminated. But Eternal Fire is drawn close as well. Team Falcons against the Balkan Eagles. Flash. Right, I thought that would have been an 8. Rafa moving forwards. Pick trying to get away, and that's it. GG, well played. Falcons eliminated on rank number 9. More shots coming in from behind. He is stuck. Possible shots for Mikey there against Spectables and Lucarix. Spur takes out Laurent. Nice nade against Spooks. Has seen Rafa. Gets away. Grr. Has seen the last one. At least wants to get the kills. And that's it for him. GG. Put uninstalled on rank number 8. Macintosh trying to carry Rafa to the circle. He has to watch out though. Be quite close, but they're stuck in their little warehouse. Pepper with a nice tack. Eternal Fire with good positioning here. I'm not quite sure what Fairy Tail's shooting at, but it might be Xan. Then we have VP still alive here. Zorain in trouble-ish. Did get a loot drop. Is with Mikey and 2-0. 8 kills so far. And then Rafa and Macintosh go first to Doozy and Xen here. Nice nade against Rafa. I'm not quite sure if they heard them. Doozy still waiting. Smoke coming out. Protect against the shots from Eternal Fire. But a bit more to your left, buddy. Yeah, that's the right direction. Quite sure why you're proning now. Send smoking. Beam me now with the knock against bomb below. And so, alright, I'm gonna go for the rotation. Xen dice to the circle. Very unfortunate. Well, 2 gets a kill against Rafa. Macintosh therefore the last man standing for the Balkan Eagles. Was spotted by 2 as well. Mikey with the kill. Now push from Bad Boom against Eternal Fire. So first down to 20 HP. That might be something Mikey might take care of. His lucky Brightside gets killed by the blue zone from Lucarux. VP with good chances to get this chicken dinner. Mikey steals the first one, gets the not the second. So first dies to the circle. And now it's Eternal Fire with 4 against Virtus Pro, against Viz. And Viz most likely will be in the zone in the side of Eternal Fire. VP has the upper hand when it comes to position in this circle. Oh, the mat gets the knock against Sovereign. You're saying, alright, I might be able to res you. Maybe. Not sure. I will carry you. I carry you somewhere, buddy. Mikey and 2 11 kills to their name so far. Then we have Eternal Fire. And last but not least, should be 6. I'm mistaken. Doesn't matter. Show you the extent of what percentage of the circle VP has. They have roughly 100% of the new circle. This needs to move forward, and the only way this can move is in the direction of Eternal Fire. Oh, that nade. Well, wasn't too bad. Eternal Fire still has a car. Sovereign with the knock against Mikey. Back to Bolt with a nice nade. Another one. They're still carrying. Oh, that's crawling. Rosberg. Back to Bolt. Flash is coming out. 3 against 2. 3 against 1. Rosberg. And that's it. GG well played. Virtus Pro with the chicken dinner in match number 5 with 9 kills. Which is quite underperforming considering that in every other match we had over 10 kills. This with 12 kills taking home the kill crown in this matchup. with 7 assists as well, 2000 damage for VP. This means we have one more left, and this will come after a short break. We are drawing closer to the end, and of course we have a new leaderboard for you. With 57 points, Virtus Pro taking over the first place, and of course taking quite a bite out of Team Falcons and the Gaming Gladiators was 44 and 43 points behind them. Then on rank number 4, with another point behind them, we have Grove Street with 42 points. 40 points for Eternal Fire on rank number 5. Then we have the Balkan Eagles with 34 points on rank number 6. Followed by the Bad Boom team with 27 and Twisted Minds with 24, as well as E-Wave with 23 points. Another point less we have in the second half of the leaderboard with Viz and 22 points. 21 points each for Akatsuki and Foot Esports. 17 points each for Fairy Tail and 100 ADR. Bushido takes home 16 and Savage and Tropic finally made it to the double digits with 14 and 11 points. Unfortunately, our travel together is almost over, at least for today, because I will be sure to cast more scrims in the future, at least if you liked it. I hope so. And of course, show you more scrims, because more scrims is always better than less scrims. And this marks almost the end, like I said, with match number 6 coming up. As you can see, the flight path is quite similar to the one we had earlier. With the direction changing. This should be roughly what's reachable for the teams. So everything above here in Tierra Bronca and Campo Militar, as well as Cristobal and El Azahar, might not be reachable. Same goes for Prison, but that's something we will see once the plane commences and drops the players. Let's follow Virtus Pro, the current leaders of the pack. Lucarux, Beamy, Withy, and Ibiza. One of the first teams to jump out, followed or overtaken only by Savage, Entropic, Viz, and 100 ADR, followed by Footballist. Then we have Eternal Fire and Team Falcons jumping out as well. On the other side, we have E-Wave and Akatsuki. Balkan Eagles jumping out as well as Twisted Minds, the Bad Boom team. The lineup from Grove Street, the Gaming Gladiators, Fairy Tail, and last but not least, Bushido. Griffith, well, seems to be AFK, which means he will most likely die later. Which is quite unfortunate. If Fairy Tail gets eliminated quite early, that would mean he would still be standing. Eternal Fire, Cantera. Quite close to the flight path from Team Falcons. Circle shift, good for them. And if I see this correctly, we have one of Eternal Fire here. The other 3 is here. And Marco is quite close to Beamy there. Quite sure if he knows that. As well as, of course, Footballist. So this might be interesting. So let's see who else is in the circle. Entropic, at least with 2 players. 2.5 with Dedrix. Emergency pickup already being pulled by Savage. Will most likely try to play a central position. Maybe here where Turn the Topic is. That might be a good first spot to start from. Maybe also here from that point. This guy's not driving there. We'll see. It takes them. Kurt Marco gets shot at by 8C. You might have heard that. Let's see. Yeah, they're going for it. Carl loading his shot. Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Taking a shotgun. Where do you want to go if you take a shotgun? Most likely you want to fight somewhere in the city. So they could maybe go for Picado. But we'll see. Other teams also going for the rotation. I'm not quite sure how Griffith got knocked there, but he did get there. So, kudos to him. Maybe he jumped down from some height or something. Oh, and as we can see, Cow has the flare gun. Question is, will they keep it or will be Akatsuki, the smiling third? U-Wave also going for the rotation there. And Akatsuki is in trouble now. Or not. I can see them coming closer. Savage has to turn around. Almost knocked by Oscar. Floris. Falls down the roof. Akatsuki, like I said, is in trouble. Bukao gets flushed. Tropica had to get away. Floris. Gets a knock against Sleep Flick. It's looking not too shabby for Savage. They're quite unsure. Oh, that hurt. I wanted to say they're quite unsure where the last member of Akatsuki is, but Trinotropica was over here. And Osu and Karks found them. So, well, this is the first team being eliminated from last match. Like they say, last game, fast game. Foot might also have spotted 100 ADR. Watt is already waiting for them. Either Varg or T-Bone. Nice knock against 6. But that might not pay off. Pixel trying to get closer. Getting to a vantage point, maybe getting an angle. Or not. As Wubuki above him. Flush against Hicks is secure. Pixel with shots against Wubuki. Hicks knocked again. Right, my fault. Sort of, it would have been the kill. This time it might be. Did I hear that correctly? It's a mutant. Alright, Pixel. I like you, buddy. You know that. But playing with a mutant? I'm not sure about that. Zulik facing off against Bushido. Starting not sure if you should try to breach or not. Matt Bay gets a knock against Slaven. PP, thank you for the sub. For the prime sub. Really appreciate it, buddy. Of course, thanks for all the follows. So let's see what else we can see. Not much happening. Nobody getting closer to each other. VP facing off against Entropic. Facing off against E-Wave. There's still someone out in the blue. Or in the maybe blue, which is H1. Still has to catch up to his teammates. I'm not quite sure why he's taken so long for that. So first in trouble here. Everything else might be on range. Nice tag from Levante. How? How does he know he's up there? I couldn't even see him. Well done, though. Should have been Bartu, I guess. Blue. Most likely Bartu. Blue is, I guess, kind of AFK. Quite sure what example's waiting for. Basto. Facing off against Viz. Stratos has found him and attacked him. Lord coming close as well. So he's not getting breached. Oh, first knock. Well done. Late in hand. Well docked with the angle. 2 nades for him. First one already retreating. That should be it. Next kill of the match. Goodbye, Haikyuu. So Rain was spotted by Vubuki in 100 ADR. Circle shifts to the west. Therefore is quite good, for example. As well as Bushido and Fairy Tail. Quite sure why Conf is moving. And especially where he's moving. Because that position wasn't bad. Considering this circle position where Abdullah currently is at, might be a good one. Same goes for the Bad Boom team. Whoa, with nice tags. Tire has been popped. One was taken. Yeah, oh, flipping. Mirado, do a bar. Did I see the correct gen? Flip the bus. Bus, do a barrel roll. Kills well. Only Flores is left. Gets tagged as well. 1 tag remains, and that's it. GG, well played. Thank you for playing Savage. This was your last match of the day. See you tomorrow. Hopefully. Monodoc with the knock against Karks. Perfectix has seen boxes. Shots coming out from Higgs against Axtons. No text though. We have 2 teams in Picado now. Or to follow Falcons. Facing off against the game Gladiators. You can see some shots from Bombilovo. Or against Bombilovo from the Balkan Eagles. Fortunately, everything shot related is again currently on range. I came against Melman. He's knocked here, most likely not be able to be raced. Because the rest of his team is probably very far away. Kim says, alright, I'm gonna go for the flush. That's important. PP, breaching, and Tropic. Nice knock. This leaves only 2 of them. They quite far away. Because of Hockey. The last 2 players. Hockey in a different position. Nice try. No hit though. Batu does Batu things. Standing on top of a hill. Shooting at opponents. Quite far away. Hello to Mark. Nice to see you. One shot coming out, and we have VP facing off against Gaming Gladiators now. Beamy does it solo. Levante. Last man standing. Oh, I didn't want to go there. Go here. Smoke coming out. Quite sure if this is a good idea. He has spotted Beamy there. Nice knock against Lucarux. Levante still has to fight against 3. Though Sovereign is not joining in on that fight. I guess Levante might not be sure where he's at. Coming out by the Bad Boom team. Hockey quite close below them. Lucarux gets knocked. Levante still staying here. Hockey but found. And that's it for Entropic on rank number 15. Has spotted them. That's pre-fire. Laurent with the rocket launcher, with the Panzer in hand. Now tick from behind against Mobilovo. They did push April. And they found Bombilovo. Gaming Gladiators eliminated. Levante was found by VP. Kickstart. Gets a headshot. Let's see what else is new. Nothing close so far. Kickstart healing quite close to VP. But he has to watch out for the Balkan Eagles. Circle shifts to the south again. Good position for the Bad Boom team and Footballist. Distant Mines has to move. Their car almost destroyed. Still have a bicycle and a bike. Not the fastest option with the bike. With the bicycle. But the bike might be. Let's see what Eternal Fire is up to. They did pull. Will Crossberg take it? Will he take a car? It's just bait, ain't it? Or? Might not be. It might be. I'm not sure. VP takes out 100 ADR. While Crossberg is baiting. Won't make it. Let's see, was a knock against full first. On range. This is where it happened. The rainbows. Final grave for 100 ADR in this match. Seifu. Again. Killers Watts is the last man standing, and that's it. Boxes takes out the last man. And that's it for Viz. Unfortunately, though, Grove Street has the way to go to the circle. Rafa in trouble as well. His car is almost blown. Well, now. So he has to check out where to go. Twisted Mind's trying to go forwards. Has spotted 2 of the Balkan Eagles. Rafa, like I said, the last one here was found by Seifu. And therefore the Balkan Eagles eliminated running number 10. I get the feeling I'm again jinxing it for the teams. Casa Curse is real. Let's see if the Vulcans are the next to be eliminated. If that is the case, I'm sure the Casa Curse is real. No, it's not. Boxes. The knock against example. Batu was spotted as well. Work with the knock against arrow. Alright. Now it's Falcons against Eternal Var. TP fighting against E-Wave. And against Footballist. Currently everybody is fighting. Twisted Minds didn't make it. The Bad Boom team says, well, if you run there, if you drive there, we'll fire at you. Boxes got knocked by Sovereign. 80 was a hit. Kickstart gets a knock against the mat. But Marco not seeing anything. He gets a knock against Shrimley. Flash 2. What's coming in from the side? Flash from... Oh, Schwarzberg with the knock against H1. Gets knocked as well. Oh, cut Mark in trouble. Just running into Kickstart. Unfortunate. Question is, can they save H1? Bushido eliminated. Dulik has found Iroh. It's a trickin'. Or well, they found E-Wave. And it's again the AWM from EB who takes care of stuff. Let's see. Karks with a nice knock against Tick. H1 now trying to get over the street. Gets knocked as well. This time though, coming out from VP. Kick's the only one being able to somehow make it to the circle. There's a drop coming in from above. That's quite far away. Just want to say I'm not seeing it. VP is still in the circle. And circle might be around here-ish. Where Kick is currently hiding. Question is, can the Bad Boom team see him? Most likely, yes-ish. Let's zoom in. Oh, he's hidden behind the car. Kark's knocked. Kark's flushed. 15 kills again for VP. Doing themselves a favor. Taking home kills as well. Not like the Falcons in Game 3 where they only got 9 kills. Every other match, the winner chicken dinner had at least 10. With currently the record being 20 kills for the chicken dinner winner. Kickstart. Still For my taste, way too close to 80. And for his taste as well, I guess. Seifu and Vazoo somehow made it. Might be able to get around to here. But they will be open for Pixel. And it looks like Baston knows they're there. As well as the Doozy. Doozy with the MK14. My favorite weapon when it comes to DMRs. Seifu spotted. One tack. Well, one tack only. Best position so far for the Bad Boom team. Football is also with a position which isn't that bad. VP in trouble because they are quite stuck and their options to move forwards are quite limited. They could try to get over this ridge here and somehow in the back of Footballist. I'm quite unsure why 80 is still not tagged by BB. So Ren already moved forwards. So he's not getting spotted by the Bad Boom team. Not quite sure why Aduzi hasn't seen him. Guess maybe due to the pressure from Footballist. Pixel was spotted. Kick knows that Pixel's there. 4 times on the Orc. Waiting for his chance. Now it's a fight here. VP against EW. Fucking Dulik, take it home. And that's when everything goes to shit. Wash confirmed. That's it. GG well played. Virtus Pro eliminated on rank number 5. Kickstart was found as well. This leaves us with 4-ish teams. Grove Street, which are currently in trouble-ish. Slocky. Slaven still able to rescue Lick. And due to the pressure from Pixel. Oh. Pixel being pressured by the Bad Boom team. The Bad Boom team being pressured by Pixel. And that's the good thing for Slaven. He still is in the circle here. Well, Nate was successful. Football is moving forwards. Nice spray by Molodoct. Car coming close. Nice one by Dizzy. Holy smokes. And another one bites the dust. Underhand throw grenade a bit too far to the left. 80 is quite well hidden, I would say. Seifu knocked. Only leaves a zoo. Wait. How was he still alive? 80 was found by Molodoct. I didn't think he would come there. That's it. Bad Boom team with 11 kills. Vazoo, the last man standing. Will most likely die though. Basto already open up. Oops. Where I wanted to go. And that's it. GG, well played. Monodog takes home the last kill. And therefore the Bad Boom team takes the chicken dinner with 13 kills. 16 kills though for VP with 2,500 damage. 7 assists for the Bad Boom team. And that's almost it for today. Because we still have to wait for the updated leaderboard. But in the meantime, thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed the, well, observing not so much, but at least the cast for the Scrims. Like I said, I'm always trying to show you as much action as possible, but a solo observer is just not possible. It's just too hard casting and trying to direct the camera somewhere, especially if you don't have a map open as well, so you can check where the teams are at. And even if you have a map stream as well, it's quite hard to decide where to go because you don't know which team will breach where. You can just guess sometimes. It almost always depends on the map, but like I said, it's just not possible most of the time. So guessing is the only thing you have left. Nonetheless, it was fun. I hope you had fun as well. I'm gonna rate you over to some other streamer. Someone else will be live. I know it. Especially someone from the English PUBG community. Most likely it might be someone from the Falcons. I'm not quite sure. We'll see. But someone is always live as well. There we go. Taco might be live. Gonna most likely rate you over to Elisa. But before that, we still have the updated leaderboard once it's ready. This will take some time. In the meantime, thank you all for being here. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the subs. And thank you for hopefully enjoying your time with me. It's always a pleasure to cast streams. I'm going to try to cast at least once more this week. I'm not quite sure if I can do 2 times more. Depends hugely on if I get booked at the weekend. I know that I'm not being able to cast on Friday because I will be at a concert then. So Friday needs to be done by someone else. Maybe Mark will be back. But we'll see if or if not. And hopefully we do have an updated leaderboard in the next few seconds. Because I know the longer it takes for me to talk to you guys, the more people are going somewhere else. So if you have any possible raid victims, please write them in the chat. If not, I'm gonna rate you over to Elisa. But let's hop over, because the leaderboard is ready. And as you can see, VP takes home the victory today with 76 points, followed by Grove Street with 53. On the 3rd place, we have Team Falcons with 50 points, being tied with the Bad Boom team, but the better decider and the better tiebreaker being in favor for the Team Falcons with less kills and more placement points. 44 points for Eternal Fire on rank number 5, followed by the Gaming Gladiators with 1 point less, same amount of kills though. 37 points for the Balkan Eagles on 7, E-Wave with 34 points on rank number 8, followed by Foot Esports with 29. 1 point less for Twisted Minds on rank number 10, 22 points each for Akatsuki and Viz on rank number 11 and 12. Then we have 19, 18, and 2 times 70 points for Fairy Tail, 180R, Bushido, and Savage. And last but not least, with 11 points, we have Entropic on rank number 17. So that's it for me for today, and I hope to see you again soon for the next rendition of the PUBG EU Pro Scrims. Bye bye, have a good night.